Alright. I think we're ready to get things kicked off. Got a little bit of a false start there, but we got there. Yeah. How's everyone doing? How are we feeling this evening? Yeah, this was a very intense last round up against Ando. All of y'all caught that. We did win. It was definitely bumpy riding on my end, and it was definitely some bumpy riding on his end as well. But definitely, man, I'm just gonna go straight to client for a second here. This absolute hero pretty much single-handedly carried my Grand Arena. You can see above my head there. I'm scared of my own CLS now, man. The number of teams he went through, and granted, like, you know, Anzo threw like a Trey, I think, in the 4th battle or something, and the Trey didn't have her cleanse Zeta, and that definitely did help that matchup, but like, and we're like, the crazy thing is here, like, yes, Chupio is a great unit, but Chupio went down early. This was CLS in the pocket with 3PO behind him, just going absolutely buck wild insane, and went through 3-4 teams by himself. Like, it was incredible to see live. And don't get me wrong too, like, my offense, you know, we had the Nest was a screw up, but also was just like a big learning opportunity, so I don't feel bad about that one. This tried Grievous, that was rough. Grievous actually ended up being what killed my CLS, which basically having Chupio sniped first ended up being the difference that let Grievous win, of course. But dude, even then, this is the crazy part, even then, that matchup, like the CLS against like last standing with 3PO against Grievous, that looked rough. And like, really all it is, I don't think I have the modding on right now to show you, but it really is this middle Zeta. You got that 100% tenacity, that 50% crit avoidance, and then most of my modding for this last round was just tenacity on the cross. I didn't think it was a tenacity set either, it was just tenacity primary, and we hit one of those nice crit avoid speed arrows, and just it just looked so good, right? Like, he threw JTR at CLS, like, lone standing with C3PO. CLS went down to 30% health left, no protection, and he had heal block on him, and he had like tenacity down on him, and he still somehow reverse sweeps that. Like, it was such a insane moment. It was easily one of the bigger highlights for me in recent memory. But yes, so we are in the winners finals, and I don't even say it jokingly, I probably single-handedly owe it to CLS, because CLS making that stand is what gassed him out more in the rear and let me take the win on leftover efficiency. Because, yeah, he one-shot everything else. He had the read on this pretty well. I actually do think that putting this team in back, like, if they're bothering to check their mods at all, and I have my Luke completely health stacked, that's a huge telegraph, right? So you're basically giving them information for free. There's no reason to keep it as a hidden team. So we're kind of mixing that up. This, I think I still feel bad about. It did get a hold, but Ando kind of just uber thought himself into a corner, and he said that himself on stream too. And he just isn't that used to driving on Ray on offense either. I think that should have been a single one shot. It was just, he was on the spot in the moment, and yeah, it happens sometimes. It happens a lot on stream, actually. So, look, at the end of the day, we got the win. It's just, whew. And if we rematch again, that'll be like, the first time it was like, all right, this is a good start. Second time it's like, all right, we're sweating. So third time should be extremely spicy. What's up, Solomon? Thank you. All right, so for today's matchup, I'm still, like, last matchup was so much on my mind, I barely even thought about this one. So we do have a major roster lead here, of course. Actually, let me go back to the matchup for a second. I know we kind of grazed over it. We are, for the most part, a mod leader, but they do have like a little bit of better, you know, 15 plus, 20 plus stuff. And I do want to say again, like, some of that 25 plus count is not online this week. So I would say overall they're maybe a little bit ahead on mods. 1.3 mil GP lead, which I don't. Yeah, stream's over. Peace out. Yeah, I don't really read too much into that stat, but just like in terms of core roster characters here, we have 3 Jill versus 1 Jill this time, which I'm pretty sure is going to price him into keeping it on offense. Also, if we go back into the client, we can see his Luke is modded for speed, so if he does go for like the defense route, I don't think that's really gonna be too difficult to deal with. So, I don't know, this might just be a whole B team bonanza today. Yeah, we'll see. Alright, I mean, pretty much that's all it's just gonna be come down to in here as well, is me not importing the latest one. Actually, technically, I'm sure I did. OBS just always fights back. Yeah. Pretty much what I just said, I guess. I should have had that up as we were going before. Alright, whatever. Just woke up. This election stuff just kept, like, completely wrecked my sleep schedule. It is what it is. Alright, let's just go back to gameplay. Alright. We are going to be attacking south. We do need to make sure if there is or is not a Kylo in rear. I'm pretty sure we've done Nest against this Mon Mothma team before. There's a lot less buff generation, though, which I don't know if that's a concern. But we do know that, like, Biggs and Nest have a very, very fun relationship where they just loop each other, or loop himself to death. I've also done Nest against this before, although this team... This counter still gives me anxiety. I still see a possibility for Nest to die here. Like, if they ramp up Echo's crit damage enough... Like, the modding isn't amazing, right? But it's still just in the back of my mind. It's hard to say. Okay, I'm pretty sure we used, like, Vader against the setup last time. It actually felt pretty nice, right? We have a bit more speed this time around, so we're not going to get a Throne lead. Or, like, a Throne speed lead. That's part of what made it so easy last time, right? Is we just fractured before they ever got the combo off. Which makes me feel like we need to bring some amount of bulk. Right, they are going to get to do, for the most part, what they want to do. The grenade isn't as fast of a follow-up, so we should get to interrupt that, but it's still a lot of heat to take. So I feel like as long as we bring a tank and Thrawn, then we should get to stop them before the grenade. I don't see any problem with that, right? This cleanse is not that fast, but still kind of on the mind, so I think Vader lead. Hyatt would be extremely ambitious here, but actually might. Minus 15. I don't think Thrawn's fast enough this week. Yeah, we're going to be 309 here. Yeah, we're not fast enough this time. My Thrawn is like... I just need to embrace speed again, I think. Especially for 3v3, right? There's no real reason to still be trying to carry this, like, 14 speed protection primary here. We just need to get him into good shape. We need to get this faster. Do we need to spend GBA here? I mean, GBA isn't going to be on, like, raid duty or anything, right? But that's still effectively a character we don't technically need to spend. Hopefully should probably do the job here fine, right? We just need to pre-taunt. It's going to be Fin swap into Pose, Dispel L3. We fracture immediately. Sounds perfectly comfy to me. Alright. This should be fine. Yep. She does not care about your business. Alright, I think I went for the kill on Poe first last time because we're dealing with counterattacks. I definitely think I'm just gonna get this bit over with here. I guess I should have been aiming that AoE of Finn though. He's fractured. He actually can't counter us. My original statement was wrong. Alright, taunt back up. Thrawn's up, we'll get our banners back for good. Everyone but L3. We did not crit. That's a bit annoying. Whatever. Still full protection. Didn't really make a difference there. Slight misplay cost that a little bit extra time, but like I think the outcome was the exact same. So, whatever. Let's see. I think GG against this is a little bit too uncomfortable for me here. I mean, the potency isn't really there, but like, right? Like, think about it this way. I don't think we can go B1, B2. That's just going to lead to B1 getting absolutely shredded out. But like, even if we go this, like if we don't, like if we go Magna Guard instead of B2, then counterattacks are so much of a bigger concern here. And we can't give the tenacity up either. I don't think this is the comp. How beefy are these boys? I mean, defense set, protection primary. I do kind of want to just try Nest. I don't know if I've done Nest against Mothma without a Cheer It there to spice her life up. Okay, 268. I almost feel like I haven't used this team, like, the entire last season. I was so used to them just being the Ray kill squad. I don't actually know how they match up here, but I feel like they have enough killing power. I mean, I think Biggs should probably live. So Biggs will probably chip us out a little bit. But otherwise, I would assume that we can just knock out Wedge immediately. I don't see why that wouldn't be true. Are we not live on YouTube, actually? I didn't even think to check that. Such an annoying... Okay, no, we totally are. I'm feeling a little bit greedy. Because we got this sweet hit immediately, I think we go for the middle special on Biggs for the day serum. We might be able to get another 2-for-1. This battle might just end immediately if we hit this. We do... I don't know if this grenade actually kills. Okay, it does. Okay, we just win. As advertised. God, I knew that I wasn't going to be using them for anti-raid duty this season, but they just overperformed so hard. I mean, they're not going to have it on right now. I'm like going to show up, but he's just on speed. But yeah, I just gave them straight up damage carry modding, and like just the fact that like the single fin turn is enough damage to absolutely wreck. I mean, right? It's like we've got Relic 3 with a stat share, not like the crazy tankiest, right? But like that is so much damage output. Tom, I would still stick with that Omega for sure. Yeah, I do not see a concern with that at all. Right, like, the main situation where I was talking about it being a possible detriment was on offense against Padme. No, I would definitely take it. I mean, Padme might be the right choice here. They're not going to be doing a whole lot to us that isn't assists involved. It's actually a pretty fast Dooku. Some nice speed investment on him. I mean, that mostly just means that he himself is going to get hidden, though. Do I price this out of Padme here? I don't know that I do. I might chuck Kira in here with Nest just to get us some extra protection so that we don't get chipped out, but like, how does this go wrong? Right? Am I crazy here? Yeah, I think, like, the one dynamic I would maybe be concerned about is that Shakti can totally put stealth on Arc Trooper, which is kind of going to hamper some of our self-sustain. Or do we want to hang on to this in case they post Padme rear? actually might be extremely down for that. Alright, quick speed check. She should, yeah. Shakti is just so fast space speed. They're going to be going first. What about a mishmash like this, actually? This would be very, very risky. Or actually... I don't hate this. It's like, we're still, like, what? Especially because we're not going to have B1 giving crit avoid. I'm still not feeling too great about this. Like, this isn't so much putting respect on the team as not wanting to spend too much before we get down and back. Okay, I just want to give Ness a shot. Actually, you know what? We have brute strength here. Let's just handshake the somewhat messy, but I still think pretty much fine overall. And let's not screw Rex over here by stealing the wrong character. Let's bring in Ahsoka, actually. Okay, Rex lead, Echo 5s. We could just stick an arc here. I think this should be fine. I don't really see them getting crazy value here. I think this feels alright. The gas attack should just be pretty effective here at just wrecking most of their potential. That's a pretty nice days to land. Not bad. I was hoping that we could stop that Echo Grenade from going off, costing us some protection, but eh. Alright, that is not looking like a whole lot of Padme, so... We are clear to nest. Actually, It's what, Boba Aura? Do I have Aura Sing activated? I don't think I would. Yeah, alright. I guess it's just a no-go on that feat. Huh. Fast, but it's boss cleat, so not really an issue. I think this should be a pretty easy JTR. We'll knock this out first. I guess this also means we have a floating... Wrong R. Yeah, we have a floating Jedi Master Luke to do whatever with now. Yeah, that could be like that Malik too, maybe. I mean, ideally we want to control. Like, this is the more annoying first turn. We got the days over here. We can just start to go to work on immediately killing. Usability block, so he's just gonna be on basic. Let's put that over here. Alright, the fact that he just took this turn means that we're now safe to kill Vet Chewie. Let's just basic. If we could get to ID before we close this out, then I think we'll be happy. Play Search and Destroy while playing GAC. You know, honestly, I was never that much of a search and destroy player. I just didn't have the patience. Like, my entire playstyle playing those types of games was just, I always wanted to bum rush. And for the most part, ooh, actually, wait. That's fun. He's gonna take one turn. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna get to ID. I mean, it's -1 banner. Not the biggest deal. An AoE stealth draft here. Again, like, Grievous B1, B2 feel solid here, but I just, from experience from last season, they will gladly take out that B2, or that B1 unprotected first. Okay, I think we can nice to this. Actually, a fairly spicy Grievous team. R7, all 6 offense. Okay. I mean, that's going to hurt. And also, I posted zombie on defense this time around. Is that going to make me nervous about this? I think we have to be a lot smarter with our Docker revives now. But I think it should still be fine. I want to say it should still be fine. We'll see. This was kind of a risk I wasn't sure if I was willing to take. I don't think Plague is going to stop B1 from self-cleansing to stun. Right? That's a weird question I haven't had to answer before. We did not land it. That sucks. This is not how I would normally play this fight, but I almost just want to keep fishing for the stun to just slow down his roll a little bit. Right? Yeah. That feels like an okay choice to me. I don't really care about this mark either, because like this is mostly just going to be the order that we followed anyway. I'm assuming Grievous is going to single target down Spirit, which would be pretty much ideal for us here. That's the opposite of ideal here. Okay. This TM bug is killing me. Oh, wait, no. Okay. We are 1 hit, 2 hit possibility for 3 hit. It should be Talzin up next, but there is a little bit spookiness that we might activate B2. Basically, we can get Daka back if we just get this B2 or B1 kill right now in the next 2 turns. Actually, we want B2 to activate here. I think we have good odds of it, though. It's 3 hits, 40% each. Okay, perfect. Wait, does that get us 1? I don't think that does. Alright, I might just want to back on out of this one here. Like, there's a possibility that we could RNG back into it, but yeah, I don't think realistically there's any way for us to get the Daka kill on this 1 assist. I mean, this preload actually might be better to keep this locked in instead of keeping them at full steam ahead, so whatever, let's just rock it. Okay, I'll take it. That's basically the one thing I never want to see. Like, obviously, if we had Zombie there instead of on defense, then that would be a pretty easy fight, but Literally, like, the one way that could crumble is if they focus down Daka like that, which is why I keep Spirit squishy, to try to game the AI. I guess that wasn't good enough. Themi, Grievous was marking B2. I don't know if that's because a Daka basic hit the Grievous, because we weren't marked at first. I'm assuming that Daka just RNG'd a secondary hit on Grievous that put him down into mark. I don't know. Maybe that was a little bit too greedy going for the Grievous stun at the start. I don't think it was, though. We just didn't land it. We could mirror it, but yeah. We are just hitting this like crazy today, huh? Yikes. Alright. Good stuff. Alright, back it down. Made pretty effective use of spreading out our business. I feel like spreading this might be a bit better. Okay, I wanted that. Padme had some protection left and Anakin did not, so it was kind of RNG. Gamble that we would get force out on Anakin, but eh, he gave me what I wanted. Let's see. I mean, it's a near dead B2, right? Any incidental splash damage is going to mark us on B2, but that's kind of just the game plan anyway. We could wrap that up with the JKR, and it should be... I want to say it should be alright, banners, but we actually might not have that much time to patch up. Actually, we definitely won't. Let's see. I want to say... Yeah, there's no Geo Soldier giving them crit avoid. I think this should work. And speed being an issue and all that, but like they don't have Poggo for the ability block either. Like, even if Treya dies here, how does this fail? It's possible that they might have too much sustain actually, with this not being a 6 squad. And they have Sunfak in for the durability. I feel like this might drag out a little bit, but... I don't know, there's a very decent chance that Nihilus is just going to get pegged at the start here, but... If we keep him, it's going to be some nice insurance. I don't mind you going for Treya. They just don't have that much pressure. We're literally parked at night. Man, that's annoying. Like, Cyan was just completely ready to go. Alright, yeah. This is over. I mean, it is true though, right? Sunfak gives a decent Terminator Bomb for Spy there. Are we at timeout risk? I don't think we should be. I don't remember if this is the right call or not, because I don't remember if we can stop the brute summon if we kill it. I don't think so, and I'm pretty sure we're about to just have to start hitting him. His tenacity also means that our science DPS is going to get cut down. Yeah, I think this is... Alright, we're going to miss the paint even with the tenacity down. Love it. Oh, yeah, it doesn't cut him off from getting respawns. Yeah, we just straight up don't have the DPS. I mean, the paint RNG kind of sucks, but even then, it's kind of debatable on if that would even matter here. I don't think Sign can cut through him. He'll summon and don't isolate? I'm not following. Oh, you're saying to allow them to... I see. I see. We could have gone for the basic there. I want to set them up a little bit more first. That's true. I think this one should work. Okay. Man, that Nihilist ad. Like, I wanted to believe, right, that they weren't going to be able to get out in front with, like, that badly enough to kill Nihilist. Because Nihilist did last for a while there, but, like... And, like, even the first spy hit wasn't enough, but they just brought it back around again. It was annoying. And my sign's not even that slow. Yeah, good call with the isolate. That was... Like, I guess Treya dying there was actually... Like, if Treya was able to stay alive there, then that wouldn't have been winnable, so... Like, we can't take isolate off once it's on. Alright, no, that's not true. We just kill Brute, and then he makes another, and we just leave it. Yeah, that's true. I feel like this will probably end up being the JML. I kind of want to rock the cam, just because. By the way, we're actually extremely close to him coming online. Oh man, wait. I guess I wasn't expecting him to use him that much. I guess? Or I stole them out on someone else last second. It actually doesn't really matter for this either. That's the funny part. Yeah, he's still perfectly fine. Like, where does this get punished at all? Nest does ignore taunt, so it's possible that she could bully him out, but he's gonna be crit immune. I don't know if I see that happening. Is this actually... Nah, her... I'm calling BS. I don't think she's got it. Cam don't care. Yeah. We're talking very little offense here. Her ramp is all crit damage. He's immune. I like this. I think this feels alright. Has this been in every single fight, I think? Good God. Alright, buddy. Let's, get you on in. The Makashi rivals. I didn't even think about that. Alright. Hit him with the moves. Give Hermit Yoda the taste for blood. That is never going to get old. Nice drain, sir. Yeah, look at this. What? Nice relics, idiot. You thought you could mess. This inherited teachings kind of just sucks. Let's... Oh, it doesn't even... Actually, you know what? We didn't even get to, like, place. That actually kind of sucks. Wait a minute. So if you have no viable assist targets, you can't even hand out the buff anyway. Huh. That's, a little bit tragic. Alright, we have a daze here. I mean, we already have a daze anyway, so we actually kind of just don't even have to care. His crit chance would be, like, next to 0. But it will still get us feared. This is such a weird play. Alright, we did not crit. Woo! Okay. JBL damage still completely surprises me sometimes. Alright, Hermit Yoda cannot crit, so we're just gonna keep feeding him. Nice drains. I don't think he's gonna get it on this one. We killed every single person. If that's not supposed to be a feat at some point when more people have JML, what is? Right? Like, if you do that, like, kill people with Hermit Yoda or what? You actually could, right? If you just build, like, a dot stack team and have what kill with dots, although the game wouldn't be able to track that. That could work. Alright. We gotta hide the shame. B1 is that counter risk if we go B2. The Dispel isn't... It's kind of important, actually. I feel like this one should be alright. They're mostly on single target. We'll have Magna peeling. I think this feels okay. And we've got enough AoE pressure to reach Archer without the direct Dispel. Yeah, if we could just get Magna like actually doing his job, that would just be fantastic. Because they got so many free hits on him early on, it's actually gonna hamper our ability to keep him topped off a little bit. If they put GG into Mark, then it's gonna favor us anyway. There we go. As advertised. Alright, we might have time to top off here then. As long as we can keep this. Although his next attack should just lifesteal him up. His base lifesteal should be high enough that this choice doesn't really matter, right? Because if we do this, we definitely lifesteal. If we basic, then we probably. Let's take the probably. Alright. Look, you want to keep on making that choice, I will gladly... Alright, we just need next. Magna turn, I guess? We just need our turns to line up slightly better. That or we just need to start focusing all of our damage on zombie instead, which actually might be the correct call here. That works. Kind of messy on banners, though. Man, I just... B1 with Grievous. Honestly, I feel like Watt probably would have felt a little bit better there. Like, it's just... there's so little protection mechanics that, like, yes, he's still effective, but... I mean, getting chips for 30 stacks off the start before we even get the ball rolling is just... uncomfortable. I mean, we could just JKR this. I would still kind of prefer to go cheaper on the budget. Definitely not going to be done, though. If we do this, it's just going to be all protection banners gone. Plus, probably even a chance of sacrifice. What's up, Zareth? Yeah, I was actually kind of surprised to see the Acolyte cheese. I mean, it's not that bad in 3v3 though, right? Like, you could go worse than this. Especially, like, I think in 3v3 it just makes a comeback because... I mean, the alternative for a 6 Night Sister is Talia, which still hits sometimes in my squads for whatever reason, but realistically isn't that great of a choice here. Aside from, like, you know, Water of Life can hit sometimes. Get the team cleanse, get some team turn meter. Can't trash talk that button too much, but the rest of the time she's just dead weight. So I can understand the argument. I did just straight up yoink Ando's team that he used against me last time. The Asajj lead zombie with Newt was actually kind of cute. Although honestly, one of the biggest trends for me, I think, is I've been undervaluing. Like, even if imagine if this was Echo instead of Arc, and then like not 5s here, you can kind of just chuck in whoever, and they just have so much base stats on them from the relics and all that they'll still just get work done. Like, I spent so much time flailing on that Asajj team, and then just threw in GR, and they were just like, yeah, oh, no problem. Like, we got this easy. The fact that Grievous has no protection means Palpatine can't really work here. I might actually kind of like Geos here. Geos, I feel like, could get away with it in this situation, although we are dealing with a bad third here. But I think we should be able to get B2 down pretty quickly. Only thing that's maybe a little bit spooky is Brute could potentially anger B2 a couple times with Grievous hitting them, but I want to say I think I can believe in this. I don't know if I believe in that. But Sunfac, like, he's not going to help in this Grievous fight at all, aside from just have better stat pool, which honestly might be enough. It's some Terminator control. You know, you could do worse. Geo Soldier is absolutely going to get dunked in that first bit of damage Grievous does, so would definitely... Yeah, we just... Who needs Terminator bars today, apparently? So... If we could get this on basic, I think we can, actually. Let's save the nuke. Alright, Brutes turn up next. Yeah. A little bit more heat there than I'd like to see. I don't know if we can get our full banners back. Alright, this is at least going to be a very nice amount of spy turn meter. The problem is, if we do this, it's going to reduce Grievous's turn meter. If we do this, it's just going to be a nice turn meter for spy. And this is going to cause Sunfac to taunt, which is going to be a lot harder to get our banners back from. So, that being said, I'm pretty sure the correct answer here is just hit this. We did not get any debuffs. Good stuff. Okay. 2 full protection. Yeah, like, anytime that a Geo goes down to like 10%, there's almost definitely not going to be enough time to get those guys back. Wait, we have so much left. I felt like we had like 4 or 5 teams left. What? Alright, I guess we just JKR whoever. How scary are you? You're... I've seen scarier. Still have to respect the relics, but... We're looking for control. We're not finding it. We're not even... Yeah, okay. What says boss lead? I don't think I saw that much tenacity, though. Eh. We want, like, bare minimum levels of commitment. I think Super is probably going to be a liability here. Okay, what if? And the problem with this, though, is the taunt ignore. I was going to say maybe we could go like this, scroll on down, pick him up. But, like, what's stopping Django Bobo from just bullying out Rex anyway? And, like, I don't think regen piece is going to be that impactful over the long term there. Like, obviously, you could try weapon tech, but I don't think that's gonna be the play. And this is actually a really, really low DPS team until we get to Rex Annihilate anyway. Alright, let's just try Classic 5.0 first. I don't feel that great about this, but since we don't have Echo, I don't feel like we really have a team that would handle Droideka effectively otherwise here. So I'd rather just JKR that off the bat. Actually, GUI. I mean, we have floating JKR and we don't have another team for that, so... And also, I would almost rather just have Bastila. Right, Bastila has really, really good matchups against both Droideka and Magnagard, so keep that potency, keep that potency, keep that potency. She will be pretty solid over there. It's mostly just a matter of who I like the most here. There isn't really a whole lot of people. I mean, Palpatine's actually been a little bit scuffed on mods. I mean, we brought him up a little bit. Not even potency over here. 5% plus lead 100%, so we're looking at like 50% potency checks. I don't think that's favorable. Yeah, I don't think that is what I want to run here. I think we just gotta handshake this. There should be a 5 sacrifice going on here. Let's keep the turret on 5s for the first round, just to bring a bit of extra heat. If we can try to get this off, then it might buy us some time. What? He's double Zeta. We can see the... Eh? What? Like, I'll take it. That shouldn't have been the rules of this match, though. We should have been stuck on Bosk until this. I don't understand. Alright. Thanks, I guess? Is that a turret? Yeah. Yo, there's no way. That would be really, really unfortunate. That sucks, yeah. Just no two ways around it. We should have held on to that special. 5s can't re-taunt when he's taunting. which is as dumb as it sounds, but dumb's the rules. Alright, we got this off of Django, but of course we don't actually have the taunt up anymore. What's up, Patini? Ooh, I don't know that this Duke actually kills Bosk yet. I didn't check his protection to health ratio, but... Am I just wrong here? Let's go around the horn one more time, because I don't want to wait that long for another Annihilate. Let me just start to mop up over here. There's actually an argument. This could have been 5's lead, I think. This actually might have ended up being better banners that way. Nah, we got enough. Alright, now we just need to make sure we try to not lose. Oh, we just lost. Yeah, we aren't going to be able to get that back anyway. It's not enough sustain. We're close. We're like 6 days away from Cam. We'll get there. This is almost suddenly really, really hard to justify Cam. I mean, yes, I should be hoarding anyway, but like, man, whether like Mandalorian is what I end up going for or Sith Eternal Emperor, I feel like I could end up regretting this. Mostly because he's like, with Luke on the team now, he works. Like I just showed you, he is crit immune, he is tenacious, and like most of the meta right now, we don't have a lot of heavy hitting offense people, right? Like Kylo takes off like 30% of his protection here as a gear 11. So on some level, it's almost just like, do I even need to make him work better if he's already doing his job, right? Like this is, especially these eyeballs, I'm pretty sure no matter what happens, whether it's going to be Emperor or Mando next, I'm pretty sure these eyeballs are in insane demand. Like I need like 800 of these, and we're at 300 right now. So it's like, this is kind of an expensive. Also, I don't know if I want to take this pretty much ever, right? If we're using him in JML, for example, it's like, do I really want to be dealing with this? Like, would we rather have a dedicated tank? I mean, for LSTB, if we're up against Dooku, he's going to be immune to crits, but I don't know how much Dooku's actually critting, like Elite Dooku in Phase 3, right? I mean, it would buy the rest of the team some time for sure, so maybe I'm undervaluing that with a second tank is absolutely worth considering. But I don't know that it's going to be possible to resist Dooku at all anyway, so even though we have 60% tenacity... See, yeah, I feel like we care about having this available more. I don't know that I want Kyadimuni to just get like Dooku countered to oblivion. I think there's probably gonna be, actually, I take it back. There's probably gonna be an argument for both. Like I think we definitely want to pop into Ataru at the end of each wave if we can, just for the bonus speed, just to try to get out in front. Maybe towards like the latter half of a wave instead of just like right at the very end, because we want to try to get this back. I don't know. I feel like this is actually gonna be a very fun character to drive in TV, but I guess what am I saying? He's not gonna be usable next time anyway, or like only phase 4, right? Fair enough. All right, moving right along. This is gonna be Overkill City. I mean, we are pricing ourselves into a really, really weird corner of like, I think this should be fun. I might just immediately mark Magna-Guard. We're only gonna have the choice of Magna-Guard or Newt. And how tanky is he? Like, yeah, CA. My Yoda is actually pretty stacked on crit chance, though. It's not going to be that much, but more often than not here, my Yoda should be hippity-hoppity. Yeah. So he'll be on, like, roughly 50% chance to crit. 70, probably like 75, 80-ish with, wait. Oh, that requires Grievous, doesn't it? Oh, yikes. That's Tragic. What was that foresight that just happened? I didn't blank out on that, right? Dude totally just got foresight. I mean, we're supposed to just pay this, right? Or we'll lose the buffs anyway if we don't, so there's not much point in spreading battle meditation. Foresight that up. Bastila just peels him off. Alright, we need to get this back to Revan so that Revan can get this back to Yoda to try to get our banners back to full. Ideally, we want to kill him right now while we have tenacity on everyone. He might just put on Yoda again. Less than ideal. Alright, this should get us back to 2 full protection. Yeah, not bad. You have to fight a Grievous, Relic Flag, Magni, G8, and Watt. 4-star Zeta. What gear level is the Watt, first of all? I don't know if I feel that great about that matchup in general. Like, you should be able to get through that Magna pretty much immediately. Like, to answer the question, you would kind of have to be on Ezra, because if you go Barris, you're just straight up never going to kill anything. Damage feels like a big concern there, though, right? Because Basilisk Shield scaling with Ezra's health, he's not going to be that protected over the long term. I don't know if that sounds like a great matchup in general. Right, because the other thing to consider is that you're gonna have to kill Watt, otherwise Watt's just gonna be reviving. So you are basically forced into killing 2 people before Grievous. That's 2 AoEs that Ezra's probably gonna have to take. I mean, do you have like a Jolie available? I mean, even Jolie's not gonna feel that great there. Yeah, we're going to Negotiator here. I still just... I don't know, Rebels just annoy me. They're just so unpredictable and like their high rolls and their low rolls that it's really hard to know what to expect from a given fight. If we go with Ahsoka, yeah, we kind of have to use this lineup. Jeffrey, what speeds are we talking here? It's gonna be question number 1 for sure. That was supposed to be hitting basic. Also, that was an insane high roll for them. That's supposed to be basic because I like to speed up bigs and I want to hold special until our first special. This might go sideways. It was actually very throw level potentially. Also, Anakin's gonna get exposed for like unstealthed before we get the follow-up support back on him. This feels awful. Like, even if we hit the target locks now, it's still crappy. Okay, should be no Terminator. I want to say that we should get Plo Koon out. Who knows? Maybe I'm just wrong. It is insane how badly this Terminator Bug has affected this GAC. We have 2 at once. I was really hoping for that to land a kill. We might still recover. Okay, we'll gladly take you killing my Plo Koon any single day here. Thank you. Yeah. Alright, this is gonna be bumpy from here on out. Yeah, that misclick at the start, losing that bomb. And the bomb wasn't going to change much anyway, right? Because we didn't hit the target lock on Falcon, but still just... I don't think we bothered to hit taunt, because the breach is going to get cleansed off anyway. Did we just freeze? Seriously? Alright, look, I was leaning towards this fight was probably going to be a loss anyway, but... I don't know if I can clear his ships now. Because I can't even cash in the characters I killed. Seriously? Okay. Alright, we're going to have to do some weird stuff against that other team. We're going to have to do malevolence against this. That sucks. I mean, look. Again, that should have been a loss anyway, but, yeah. I mean, 294 Hoda. I mean, what are your options? Like, in 5v5, I probably would have said, like, JTR. I know, like, Darth Revan, Vader can have favorable matchups here. I mean, it's easy. If you're gonna try to force Jedi there, then yeah, it's gotta be Ezra over Varys, but I have my doubts on if Ezra can take that heat. I think this is the first gameplay crash I've had since I moved back to BlueStacks. We have to be pretty particular on what we bring. If we do this Vulture Droid, then it might just get cleansed off automatically. I think we still have to. Okay. It missed. That's good. And we hit that too. Also good. I think at this point this should be pretty successful. Let's just not even deal with this part. Okay. We definitely have to finalize this. That's pretty much the only... But also, like, we don't even have a functional supporting fleet for finalizer. It's straight up just going to be the finalizer show. Ugh. I don't hate this. I mean, this could maybe be cute on the finalizer, but that is asking a lot. We're probably gonna have to, though. I actually don't know the answer to this question. How much, like, is it Gear 1 level 1, all ability level 1 ships like that tragic sounding? Or is the pilot's gear mostly going to carry it? Vader Thrawn Watt is fine, especially if you have enough speed on Thrawn that you just go first, right? Because then you just fracture Luke and kill him. Is it actually worth using my Hux over like a Thrawn lead? I actually don't know the answer to that. I mean, this is pretty good value for Afterburner. This is also pretty good value for keeping Silencer afloat. I think Rex still sounds good, but yeah, we probably have to just... And yeah, I'm assuming... I mean, my Maul sucks, but it would mostly just be come out and then use the Retribution stealth wherever it makes the most sense. Not expecting much out of him. I guess the question too is, who do we hunt? I don't think he really gets that much value here. Gauntlet? Yeah. If Pilot Gear carries that ship, then that ship has nothing. I think it just kind of has to be this. This sucks so much. So... I mean, Vader's the main carry here, right? If we're gonna focus someone, and it looks like we've got a really nice speed lead over them, I think everyone here should go first. I mean, it's always just been basic on the first turn, right? We have no target lock. I'm assuming the shuttle can't self-target for stripping Terminator, right? Because otherwise we're not getting that sick of a first move here. I mean, this protection bar kind of blows anyway, right? So don't we just pass the Kylo here, I think? Okay. So because we aren't rebels, I don't think this burning is that bad for us, right? Not a huge fan of that exposed being there. Alright, door number 1. I don't know if this is Rex time just yet. This isn't exactly the biggest play, but I guess this is still just factional synergy, plus we get to call Silencer, I believe. Which is the assist call? And it got resisted. Despite the fact that we gained potency too. And the fact that Silencer's days right now really kind of hampers this turn. And this is the only real value button this turn, I feel like. We're taking a lot of percent HP damage here that I'm not a huge fan of. And again, Silencer being dazed here kinda just sucks. Okay. Progress. I don't want to get double counterattack potentially. This tank is just straight up soloing me. We need to stop that. Look, that is perfectly fine. Should be a stun. Am I... Ooh, should I be terrified of Tarkin ult about to be hitting? This should just be end. Good old ships. Again, I do want to say, I don't think the freeze was the culprit there. I think not having... or blowing the Fives bomb early already put this on kind of the back foot, and then they just got, like, crazy good assist RNG, and Anakin just went into stealth immediately. But... look, Silence is my OG favorite ship, so... I don't mind an excuse to get to use that, even though that was a frustrating situation. God, like that. What do you do again? What would you say you do here? I'm pretty sure it was just like, I'm pretty sure most of the stuff that was wrecking us here was just like DOT spam, berm spam, and concussion mine spam. Like we were just taking a crazy amount of percent health damage. Yeah, I think we went to Tarkin there. That was probably going to be auto loss. It really was just wrong sequel faction. Like, it was partially Afterburner so that we could start spamming the specials once we were going insane, as well as just being able to stack this up that mostly let us carry that. Which, fair enough, right? And so, yes, time was kind of moving differently there, or like time was going long, but like what, like all I really cared about is how do we make sure that silencer gets to this point, right? Because like even though my finalizer is like barely used, I am still familiar with the power spike that happens here. So all I really needed to care about there is like rereading abilities. I was really hoping, actually, I was really hoping to find a dispel in here of some sort, or a cleanse. Because we could have closed that out so much easier if our whole team just wasn't dazed into oblivion. I don't know. I will... I mean, okay, let's just... Alright. Oh, yeah. When I read this, I thought that upgrading this ability was stripping more protection from your pilots, and that's it. I was like, why would you ever take this? For another 260k remaining. I mean, 10% TM gain. He's fine. He's an OG ship. Of course I've got him done. Yeah, alright. That's enough ship credits. That's literally all I have. Yeah. I mean, the command shuttle does seem like a pretty fun ship, right? There's a lot of just good effects here going on. And 70% chance to remove 30% meter sucks. I assume. Yeah, this obeys the resist check, so 70% chance and then 85% chance, which, yeah, not a huge fan. That's a cool effect. Also cool effect. I don't know, my finalizer is just so far off from ever being relevant, but I mean, the fleet does seem fun. And again, Silencer was like my OG ship that let me start climbing, so I don't know. I'm still never posting Negotiator and Malevolence on defense. That's just not gonna be happening. That shuttle goes with the Silencer? Yeah, I put him in. I know somewhat of what I'm doing in ships. I just don't like investing in them. Alright. I mean, all told, right? He has pretty much everything that he could have, but I also have a pretty solid defense, I'd like to think. I almost kind of wish I went with gun defense. I mean, it was kind of a concern of like, I cannot do a normal Kylo counter since I have him modded for speedless for defense. But I'd almost rather be able to undo that. Like, go the other way. Alright. A little bit bumpy day today. That was, not what I was hoping for in that ships, but... yeah, I can't, the shuttle being level 1, I'm pretty sure you're not allowed to take it. Yeah, same. It is what it is. I mean, what, right? I could start buying these again. I've been buying Cassian for the most part, but... right, but like at the same time, I don't know, whatever, right? Even if I played that Malevolence matchup correctly, then I guess it would have been... or even if I played the Negotiator fight correctly, then it still would have been Freeze, so I would have been in this position anyway. I don't know, I mean, what is it, like 20,000 credits? Maybe I'll just do this shuttle. I don't think there's any reason to do Finalizer. The shuttle seems alright. Like, FOSFTP is mostly just there to call dude to assist anyway. I'm not really trying to, like, bank 20 mil ship credits into this team, though. And defense penetration up, that's kind of nice. But yeah, also getting this to 85 is going to be so ridiculously expensive. I don't know, I'll think about it. I mean, it would not hurt to have this team in better shape for follow-up, but I still just have concerns about, like... it still seems like a bit of a waste of investment without having Finalizer 7-star. I don't know if, like, 6-star shouldn't really make a difference either. I don't know. I mean, what effects are missing here? I mean, that was also the biggest reason why that Daze was so annoying, by the way, is we just had a couple of Finalizer turns where it's just, like, dead in the water. Because basically the way I see it right now is it's either this or this. And that's basically all they really care about. Like, on these, you know, 3-5 turns, I would much rather just hit basic here and call Silencer to assist. Like, yeah, it's less damage, but, you know, it's either a stun with Silencer doing insane damage, of course, like, yeah, I will always take that over this. Five-star offenses for desperation? That's what I'm saying. But, like, would it hurt to have this team a little bit more powerful just to be better equipped for the situation? I don't think it'd be that bad, right? I mean, what are the ship thresholds here? This seems kind of pointless. Let's just take itself an example, right? Okay, so it'll strip out most of the potency, but like this already does that anyway. Alright, it'll strip out the potency versus tenacity RNG. But yeah, this already did that at level 1. this seems fine for starting, right? Starting TM. Hard to be mad at that. It actually was really noticeable at that start there that we got full straight out the gate. Good control. I like having backup offense team just in case. I mean, I prefer not having my game crash so I don't have to make that choice. But yes, I think having a better safety net here would help some. I don't know. Situation was just frustrating though. Like, I hope that crashing does not become a recurring thing again because I thought we were past that point. Game crashing always happen. It hasn't happened in months. Straight up. Like this summer, it was crashing like crazy, and then BlueStacks updated. I updated BlueStacks, and there's been some jank in menu plenty of times actually. Like if the game restarts and I go to like the TW screen, everything will just freeze. But it's never crashed or like frozen in gameplay until recently. It's also possible that I just hadn't restarted BlueStacks in a while, and so I might have just had some type of memory leak. Because I do notice BlueStacks will sometimes get up to like 8 gigs of RAM used or something. You got it on your phone recently? Yeah. That kind of depends on the phone model though, right? Like if it's an older phone, at least by my understanding, it has less memory to multitask. I don't know. Alright, look, we got the full clear, right? But you put me in a situation where I'm doing more than 2 ship fights. Oh, hey. Alright, we have Ray down in 1. I'm going to assume that that was his Kylo. So everything else from here is going to have to be him doing other counters. His Luke should be able to handle this fight, but the rest of this, I think, should be uncomfortable for him. Has more issues? That sucks. Definitely sucks. I think he should one-shot this fight as well. $47 on the first one? That definitely sounds like Kylo, right? Yeah, 47 is the Kylo number usually. I don't know. I think this might open this up to him getting the win, unfortunately. It just depends on how much trouble everything else gives him. Yeah, I don't know if I want to just sit here screaming, waiting for this to finish. We can wrap up instead of mop up. Yeah, all right. That was fine. I will always despise a round where I get a ship loss and have to go in with like desperate something in your Discord. Yeah, well, I mean it shouldn't take that long, right? I mean the only thing I can do is I've been playing some Runeterra again, trying to get back to Masters starting earlier this week, so I actually might just start streaming that on the off days just because I still think it's an extremely fun game with a lot of interesting decision making. But yeah, we'll see. And then I do need to get yeah, there's the one shot. From here it's gonna be the extra questions. We'll see what happens. But yeah, we will see what happens. We'll be back next week. I need to get the LSTB videos out by LSTB start, and I'm pretty sure it's a GAC stream before LSTB starts, so I guess we'll be back for this round. 51. I'm assuming that was JK or JKL. So I'm assuming JKR probably died. Hermione lived. Luke finished. I haven't actually done 3v3 JKL versus Kylo because I've always just run him speedless on defense. So I don't know what the expected banners are there, but I assume Hermione lives. I mean, this is the real... I still don't know how to, like, price this team. But I don't think his Rex could go first, for example. like that was kind of one of the reasons why I was so interested to try this at a higher speed budget. Is just in 3v3 especially, it's so hard for teams like 501st to catch up to a team that's like this fast. We'll see. I mean, if I really wanted to lean into it, I'm not sure. Like, the real tricky part here is going to be trying to balance out both of them. Oh, what day is it today? No, it's Sunday. No, we're not going to get another Galaxy Challenge by then. I tried to hit this and it missed. I was really sad about this because I think this could be a pretty alright Malik mod for the most part. Hey, the problem is if I go these, it's going to be really hard to get Revenue catch up for the most part, except for this helps. So that gets us like 349. So if we avoid using those. I mean, we could just put the blue one anyway, right? They're both 25, but seeing an issue here already. Maybe we could just go this one instead. Like 349, 346, that is like a +2 on both of them for what I have right now. I just 6D through 6A is making it so clunky because like usually just based on how much work you put into their mods, there was like a usual curve of how many mods you would have. But I mean, this type of gap, right? We go from like 27 to 21. So if you're trying to duo set a pair of characters like this based off of their speed, this causes so much clunkiness. I mean, like granted, we have 27, 25, but that's why they're not on a 1 gap right now. Like, especially as it should be an issue for this slot as well, unless this goes to 26. Like, if this goes 27 to 29, then yeah, good luck. Yeah, we'll see. I don't think I got anything that interesting from the last one, but I am. Oh, okay, we did get this one. But I am hopeful for the next one. Just keep on making slow forward progress. I am kind of running out of like the flashy, interesting mods to hit. Like this is, you know, what, 27 cap? I'm running out of 23s. Yeah, this one I'll probably do. This one should be high on the list. We'll see. Alright, let's call that an evening. I guess we could do one last check on Dude. Seems like they were taking a while to think about the Malak fight, though. Yeah, alright. They're waiting. I'll wait. It's fine. Yeah, thanks for watching, everyone, again, and peace out. See you in next match.